Hello and welcome to Baxter Regional Medical Center's Healthy Connections. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back to discuss some of the upcoming events at our community support houses. Hello and welcome back to Healthy Connections. I'm Jody Bowden, the coordinator of the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center. And joining me today are my other community support house coordinators, Diane Van Gulik at the Maruck Family Education Center on Aging.
Yes.
Stephanie Eisen at the Schliemann Center for Women's Health. And Melissa Hudson at the Pites Cancer Support House. That's a mouthful.
That is
Yes, it is.
I kind of shorten, I think, when I say it.
It's all right.
This is house one, house two.
Yes, down the row there. And if those of you tuning in are not familiar with our support houses at Baxter Regional, we are located across the street from the emergency room entrance in the back of that large parking lot. You'll see the houses back there. They look residential. They were residential at one time. We were talking about that in a previous episode, but we have converted those, the hospital has, into our community support outreach. And joining us over in the neighborhood is also our community paramedic house and our Fairlamb Senior Health Clinic. So all of those resources are open and available to the community at any time. Most of us are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 every day, and we are available to help with any type of situation. So we'll start with Diane and what you've got going on at the Maruck Center, because I know you have an exciting event coming up with Dr. David.
I do.
Yeah.
We have Coffee and Conversation with Dr. David.
And who's Dr. David?
Dr. David Lipschitz.
As if people don't know who he is.
Right. He's got quite a following here in our area.
He does.
For good reasons. And he's a wealth of information when it comes to aging concerns.
He is a gerontologist.
Yeah, geriatrician in Little Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, and so he actually makes the trip to our area once a month.
Right.
Usually the first Monday and Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
And he just seems to know a little bit of everything, or a lot of everything. I don't know. He's got lots of experience. He's in his 70s, so the folks that his patients he takes care of, he's right in their shoes.
He relates to them so well.
He brings a good understanding
Right.
to how they're feeling. He also specializes in dementia, caring for people with dementia, helping families be caregivers also in that, because there's a lot of challenges that come with dementia. So on Monday, August 6th, from 11 o'clock to noon, over in the Lagerborg, Dr. David will be back.
Okay, great.
And he's going to talk about caring for a loved one with dementia. So he'll talk a little bit about what dementia is and the different types of dementia and the challenges that come along with that. But he has a special place in his heart for these caregivers. So he's just so down to earth, but then he slides some humor in there, and because his philosophy is, if you don't cry, if you're going to laugh, laugh in the middle of these difficult situations like
because
dementia.
if you don't laugh, you're going to cry.
That's right. That's what I was looking for. And
Yes.
so he gets that humor in there and really encourages these caregivers to do that.
Well, I
too.
know that's. Oh, go ahead.
He works at the Fairlamb Clinic.
Yes, he practices over at the Fairlamb. He's actually the medical director over there, and he's the Maruck Center medical director as well.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
That's a great fit for you guys, and I know because you do so much focused on, obviously the Center on Aging is going to focus on those things, but you've even taken it a step further with your dementia-friendly community, your programming that you're doing now to help those of us that are caregiving for, and I say those of us because, as you know, while my grandfather was still living, he was diagnosed with dementia, and it was hard. It was difficult to take him places because of sometimes his behavior, and then sometimes folks not knowing how to accept his behavior. It was a different, definitely a different personality sometimes that we saw with some of those dementia issues, and I know that in a small town especially, if you know someone and you know them well, and they come in maybe to your business or to your center or whatever you're doing, and they're acting differently, it's a shock sometimes. So I think that's a great thing for you too. So.
Yeah, so we're just going through the area in the community and training businesses and organizations a
And
little
can
more
anybody-
about dementia.
can anybody sign up for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's involved with that? So as a business, if I owned a business, and we're talking a large business, a small business, who does the training? How did that?
So myself and I have a couple of volunteers, retired nurses that will also sign up to help
Oh, that's
with the
great.
training. So we'll come into your business, church, whatever, your organization,
Okay.
and we'll spend about an hour there with y'all and just help you understand a little bit more about dementia.
Okay.
We talk a lot about Alzheimer's disease because it's the number one most common dementia, and
Right.
it's just a growing number. But we hope to just help the employees in these organizations, and maybe it's a church setting.
I was going to say the
understand
church
little
is a
bit
good idea
more.
too.
Yes, because that turns
That was
out
one
to
of the
be
things that Grandpa wanted to continue to do
Exactly.
is
Go to
go to
church.
church. And
the last thing that someone with dementia and their caregivers give up is church, because it's such a huge support system.
yeah.
But unfortunately, they do stop going to church too because of that dementia behavior, the lack of understanding.
sure.
And so we're excited about this program.
Oh, good.
We just want our caregivers and these people diagnosed with dementia to be able to still live a life out in our community and not feel like they have to stay in all the time. So,
All right, so quickly, Dr. David,
Yes.
What's
Dr.
the date on
David,
that?
It is Monday, August 6th,
August
at
6th.
11 o'clock
Please-
in the log board.
please pre-register.
Please pre-register.
And then dementia friendly.
Yeah, and just give me a call,
Okay.
and we'll put some dates on the calendar
Okay,
to come
great.
over for the training.
Phone number for you, Diane.
Sure, 508-3880.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to jump over to Stephanie real
Yeah.
quick. Tell me what you've got going on at the Schliemann Center.
So, Palma Ruck is going to be over at the house.
Love
How can you
Palma
not say
Ruck.
so? Smile.
Yay.
So I already have quite a few ladies signed up for this session. He's going to come over Tuesday, August 7th at 10:30. He's going to talk for as long as he needs to talk to help women learn how to fight back. So he's all about helping women bring awareness to their surroundings.
Like a little
I'm-
self-defense.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
I'm guilty. I get out of my car, I got my daughter, or I got my cell phone, and I'm not paying attention to anything. So he kind of just teaches you why you shouldn't do that, obviously for obvious reasons, but you know, how to scan the area, how to prepare
Awareness.
yourself, full awareness. And then, you know, unfortunately, if you are in a situation, he kind of teaches you how to protect yourself.
Sure.
So no one wants to be in that situation, but if you can protect yourself with the things that you would normally carry on you as a female, your purse, then that's what I want to learn about.
It's a good idea, and I know we giggle. I have a little volunteer that has gone to a Paul Maruck session, if you will, and for those of you that don't know Paul, he of course he's a jewel, and we love him. But he's also a retired Memphis police officer. And so in the line of duty, I'm sure that he could tell us multiple situations that he
scary
has.
situations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And while we're not big city here in Mountain Home, I don't oftentimes think about safety as an issue here, but I do travel.
Right.
And although, you know, I love that about Mountain Home, I love that we can leave our cars unlocked and leave our doors unlocked for the most part and feel safe. But, you know, when you do go out to a bigger area and there may be some safety issues, it's a great thing to be reminded of that, because I believe truly I get a little bit lax in that, like you
do.
said, just being here and being casual and knowing the surroundings here. My husband often, you know, reprimands me when we're in the city, and we're not in Mountain Home,
Yeah.
dear.
Yeah.
You know, so- right?
My husband always says, you
Yes.
can't leave your wallet out. Why?
Right,
Why
exactly.
can't I leave my wallet out?
And I think Paul does a great job with that too. So that is
Yes,
great.
you know, he gives these sessions pretty often,
Uh-huh.
and they're well attended, but he does it in such a way that he's not lecturing.
No.
He's really
Demonstrating.
Genuinely, he's
Yeah.
genuinely concerned too about your well-being, about your safety. And the ladies love to attend his
Yes.
sessions. You know, they get a little giggly, but he's kind of straightforward and matter of fact, and wants to put the giggling aside, and this is serious stuff. So this is going to be a well-attended event. You definitely want to get on the list for this.
Space is limited.
Space
so,
is limited.
yes.
Yes, for sure. So if you're interested, if you have a girlfriend that's interested, give me a call at the Schliemann Center. It's 508-2345. You can
Okay.
also go on our website and register online that way as well.
All right, great. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to share a little bit about what we've got coming up at the Diabetes Center, And Melissa has a great event coming up soon as well for the Pikes Cancer Support House. Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome back to Baxter Regional Medical Center's Healthy Connections. We've been talking with Diane and Stephanie about their upcoming events at the Maruck Family Education Center on Aging and the Schliemann Center for Women's Health. I'm Jody Bowden. I am the coordinator at the Rappel Diabetes Learning Center, and this is Melissa Hudson, our coordinator at the Pikes Cancer Support House. And we are part of the community support houses of Baxter Regional Medical Center. Over at the Rappel Center this week, I have some diabetes education classes. We do teach self-management education classes on a weekly basis, and that is typically in conjunction with a doctor's referral, but folks are more than welcome to come on in or to call us and get more information about our upcoming classes. And then we do also offer free glucometers, and I think that's a big help to a lot of people, especially when they're newly diagnosed, is they can come on over, they can pick up a meter, that's a checker for them to take home with them to be monitoring their blood glucose levels, and then that way the expense there is taken away, not only from them, but maybe from their insurance. It's kind of confusing sometimes for folks, and it's also a little scary. I worked with a lady yesterday, and even though it's just a small, poke in your finger, she was very intimidated. And she said, I know you do this all the time, but this is really scary for me. And it is. It's a kind of a scary thing. So we go through that with them. I'm able to sit down with most people and go over that. And so then that way they feel a little bit more comfortable about that.
Miss Jody, do you think that we're educated enough on our diabetes? I mean, do you think that there's a lot of people that are
It's
going...
a loaded question.
Uneducated? Well, I mean, and what's the... I mean, I know there's importance in it, but how important is it to have the education? What are you going to face if you don't get educated and those long-term effects?
I think that for most people, just the peace of mind of knowing what's going on, number one. The meal planning is a huge benefit, and I cannot take credit for that. I have my dietitian, Miss Jan, working with me on a regular basis as well. She really is the guru and the studier of all things food and nutrition. So I really encourage people, if you don't come to our program, at least get yourself to see a dietitian, because it is super important. And Jan does see patients on a one-on-one basis too. So if someone is just looking for some food and nutrition information, whether it's with cancer support, with another issue going on with their health, or even we see pregnant, women. I know we share a lot of patients, Stephanie. But even so, without having to get into a whole lot of that information, the Diabetes Center is there, and also Jan as the dietitian is there. So we have both of those services. But yeah, just getting in and knowing what's going on. We offer several series of classes. So depending on the diagnosis, like I said, if you're pregnant, you're going to get a little bit different information than if you're not pregnant. And just certainly getting in and getting what you need. Most of our patients do also see an overall lowering of their average blood sugars after they've attended education. So I think it makes a difference in their health as well.
Yeah. So I'm sure you have a lot of patients that kind of go in sometimes and they don't know what to ask. I just got diagnosed with diabetes. This is what I have.
Right.
I don't know
I don't have a
where
clue.
to start. So you walk them through that process.
Well, and I think that's the benefit of the group classes. We have a lot of group classes. And so what we'll get is 3 or 4 people, maybe 10 or 12 people, depending on the day. And inevitably, everybody in that room has something in common because they're dealing with the same disease process, which is the diabetes. And then we can customize things from there if need be. But that is a great thing and a great benefit. So anytime, day or night. We also offer specialty services like insulin pump instructions. I'm a certified insulin pump trainer, and we're doing some more continuous glucose monitoring now, which is really helpful too. So for any information about any of that, I've been getting a lot of questions about continuous glucose monitoring, which is really helpful. Just come come see us anytime at the Rappel Center, or call me directly at 508-1765, and we'll get you fixed up because we do have a passion for and want to help all of our diabetes
And you
patients.
do. You go
Yeah.
out in the community as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
So if there's a civic organization that needs to know, you can do that as
Oh,
well.
and we do cooking classes and
Yeah.
all kinds of fun things.
And we had
so,
we
yeah.
had a gentleman come in with his wife recently that was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and he's a diabetic.
because
and
of that, sure.
Yeah, so I'm like, and you want to stop over there, because they
sure.
had the questions about nutrition and what to eat, and it's so hard when you're going through treatments
Wow.
and being diabetic.
When you have multiple diseases going on, it is definitely.
Oh, I can't imagine.
But speaking of that, and speaking of the Pikes Cancer House, Melissa, tell us about the great event you have coming up in just a few days.
We have our Pink for Pikes Rodeo coming up August 10th
So
and 11th.
exciting.
It's our fundraiser. All of our fundraising events are
Yes.
huge, and we love the support of the community. And this is just a fun event for the
is.
whole family, all the kids, adults.
Everybody
young,
loves a good
ages,
rodeo.
All ages.
Yes.
And it's right here. I mean, at Rand Rodeo, Saddle Club Arena, and we have great sponsors. We have so many activities, not just the rodeo itself that
Sure.
begins at 8 o'clock on both evenings, but we have a mechanical bull on Friday evening.
Jody's going to ride.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Peter Pikes rode last year.
Maybe my
you know,
son.
we can-
Maybe. I don't think I.
Yeah, yeah. It's fun, and we also have pony rides for the kids on
Oh,
both
that's
evenings.
fun.
And on Saturday, we have several teams tug of war contest at 6:15.
That's going to be fun.
And so we have the Moose Lodge, we have the Cowboys, Mountain Home Pilots, the kids.
How do you fight
we
against
have
cowboys?
teams. Yeah,
Cowboys.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
great. So we have, I think, 8 teams.
Oh, wow.
that's great.
So
gonna be
it's going to
fun.
be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. So tickets right now are $5.
On sale, $5 a
each.
piece.
Kids 5 and under are free. And then at the gate, the tickets are $8.
Okay.
And then 6 to 12, they're $5.
And then again, all proceeds from this rodeo are going directly back to the Pikes Cancer Support
That's
House.
right. That's right. We have sponsors that have been amazing that we just couldn't do without the sponsors. They
Right.
really make our fundraising
Oh, yeah,
events
for sure.
amazing and bring in the funds for us. Everything at the house is free, so we do fundraising events and accept donations. But it's fun.
And you're going to have dinner? There's going to be dinner available?
There is
Or
food
concessions, yeah.
concessions.
So
Concessions.
a family
That's
could
right.
go and eat
Yeah.
and check out the rodeo as well. Or
And you don't want to miss the Chicks and Spurs.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chicks and Spurs, they're the ones that came to the Pikes Cancer Support House and wanted to do this rodeo for
They started this
fundraising.
tradition, yeah.
That's right.
How many years?
This
has
is
been?
the 8th year.
Eight
my.
years. Okay.
I was
8
going to
years.
say, I was just thinking
Yeah.
this got started up about the time that I came over to the Rappel Center. I believe that was maybe the first or second year, so that is about 8 years now. And gosh, it's grown. It was a very small little production, and every year it just seems to get bigger and better and more fun.
Next year, fireworks.
Yeah, there you go.
Chicks and Spurs, they kind of do.
They do
have
a little
some-
fireworks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they put on a great show.
They do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, their little flags, fireworks come out of their flags or something. I don't know how it works, but it's awesome.
Well,
It's
and
really cool.
the Rand Rodeo Company has always been really good about helping with this. I can't say enough good things about them as well. And my kids always love to go. They love the rodeo clown. That is their favorite
Oh,
thing
yeah.
because the fun and not only riding the bull and watching, but just having a good time. So.
The mutton busting.
Oh,
Oh my
yes.
gosh, it's so cute. Last year I caught it. All these kids just were running towards these sheep, and it was so
it is.
cute. It was adorable. It was so adorable. And then you have these kids on these horses, and they're this big.
Little
it seems,
bitty.
and this huge horse. And it's so fun.
That
It's
It
so
is.
sweet.
fun.
It's a good family event.
It really is. And we couldn't do without our advisory board members, our volunteers. I mean, they make this event
Happen.
what it is.
Yeah,
It's,
sure.
Yeah,
That's
they work
awesome.
really hard.
Well, real quick, where can we get tickets?
At the Pikes Cancer Support House.
Okay.
We're directly across from Klein Emergency Entrance.
Uh-huh.
Can't miss us. We're open 9 to 4, Monday through Friday. Stop by.
Okay, and if not, you can pick up your tickets right at the gate at the rodeo, August 10th and 11th,
That's
right?
right.
Perfect. We'll see you there. Have a great day.